Anyway, chat, let's march on. We have a new season to get to with them Lumberjacks. Rocking an 83 overall. I noticed something while we were going through and getting the team fully set up. Yeah, we're not going to be full strength for week 1. So that sucks. That sucks. What about Super Mega Baseball 4? We might get around to it at some point. Again, the big appeal for me with Super Mega was it was the one option on Xbox. And then obviously, eventually, we started getting MLB. So it's a little bit more difficult. But again, a look at the team here. It is a hell of a team. One hell of a team. The new addition of an X Factor out of the gates wide receiver and Richard Simpson. We'll see if we can get him to develop this year. Rookie of the Year would be great for all the extra XP he would get. I'm hopeful we could push for the playoffs for the first time. And we need to start seeing that because, again, 30 years old, starting to be that older age for guys on the team. Our window might close sooner rather than later. We do win in week 1. Not bad. 1-0 to start the season, even with those injuries. I'll take that. I will take that. I think the strategy of the losing team secondary was not existent. Top hat, what? What's the level of the games you're covering? Ooh. All D linemen and get 4,500 XP. That is very, very good. Very, very good. It's the X Factor guy at captain. He's not because our captain slots are already taken up. Damn. That is really, really good for us. That still looks good in terms of what we got going on there. Beautiful. University level? Ah, fair. Fair. Super Mega with the custom from the roster. It was a good time. Like I said, we'll probably bring it back at some point, but there we go. Man, we got some upgrades there. Whew. Oh, Simpson already has another upgrade. Let's go. Let's make him a more well-rounded threat. Richard Simpson. The man. We're going to manually update these guys really quickly. Manu Kota. You won't be the starter anytime soon, but hey. Keep developing, buddy. One day will be your day. Yeah, I'm gonna play some Madden at the start. Switch back to NBA. I like that format, that formula. In the meantime. Let's see, Brian Osgood, defensive tackle, who did win Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, or was second in voting. I can't quite remember. Let's see, Marion Toon, also getting better. I think he's our second string DT. Might be our third string. Now, Malik Patton, you've been here forever and ever, amen. You're okay, I guess. There we go. Yeah, 1-0 to start the season, not bad. We did set the season goal for 7 wins. I would love to see us make the playoffs. For the very first time, can we beat Denver? Still have no breakouts this season. Okay, it's going to load up all the re-signing options, so we'll be here for a second. Ender, congrats. Still no breakouts and a loss in the prior week. Not totally ideal. Oh boy, Melvin Norton. $30 million a season. Holy hell. Oh boy, that's going to be an expensive ass contract. Yeah, Jake drops are active, at least for the weekend with Madden. Let's see, Richard Simpson back for the next couple years. Josh Benson, I think he is the oldest guy on the team at 31. Let's see, Kyle Kinney. I think you're more of a depth option right now. Nick Shelby. We actually might be in a little bit of trouble money-wise. Who asked the horse question on the podcast? I don't remember, but we get some interesting questions on that podcast, don't we? We get some interesting ones. Ridiculous. ridiculous, I tell you. Frickin' Ron Burgundy with a teleprompter. Just, all right, well, someone asked this. Let's answer it. There aren't too many that we veto. Devs, what's going on? How the heck are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. My Texans franchise has started their 7 quarterbacks ranked top 10, 4 top 5, and there's 9 projected to come the first round. Did you up the quality of the quarterbacks? Because Jesus. I escaped the escape room. Well, there were 2 options in you posting that in the chat. Either you escaped the escape room, or you would still be trapped in the escape room. So I'm glad you clarified. Rowan, fair enough. Mozone, what's going on as well? Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Still in the early stages of the stream. You haven't missed much. Start of a new season. 1-1 record. We're not giving up on these jacks. Plot twist, the escape room is Twitch chat. You'll never escape the Twitch chat. Never. All right, Tevin Cooks. It sucks. Those 2 superstar tackles that we got, obviously we moved this guy to guard. They can't pass protect worth a damn. Against play 14 on my PC. It's a good way to do it. Just the base version of the game or rebuilt? Either way, you can't go wrong. Are we fully healthy? Outside of Reese Wilcox, we are still healthy. Not Reese Wilcox. I always say Reese Wilcox. I don't know why. I think that was the name of somebody else that we had before. Just got to double check yield depth chart really quickly. What a weird spot we're in, man. Oh, God. Do we run with Tigner or Betts? Simpson's the slot receiver. Conley's going to barely be playing. All right, Carroll's the starter there. We are in a weird spot in terms of player development versus just using the best available. Honestly, I got to reorganize the depth chart here. It's a bit too wonky after Scott Carroll and company are back from injury. Got to make sure the boss is the man. It's a shame the rotund righty ended up being good, but not elite. We needed him to be elite. Do I want to try to develop Tigner a bit more? The problem is he can still go X Factor. Cam Betts probably won't. Tried downloading the rebuild stuff one day, but it's bugging stuff. Yeah, depending on what emulator you're using, it needs some tinkering to work properly. So I get that. All right, let's make sure. We want Tevin Cooks in there. Got Harold Spain. Scott, Carroll. We want Osgood as the starter. Was Philbin the 3rd string? Got the depth chart written down. Philbin's the 2nd string. There you go, Mr. Osgood. Bill Gerard, Benson, Matty Short, using RPG. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I use the same one, and yeah, it's... You know, you got to tinker with it a little bit. And in my experience, settings that work for one person aren't necessarily settings that will work for your PC. So, like, literally there are times with that or NHL 2K10 where it's been like, cool, I'm going to go through every setting by setting until it works. You need to upgrade your RAM. I did. Yeah. I did indeed. So, all right, let's keep this season going here. The Raiders. Would love to beat the Raiders. Get back over 500, please. Please beat the Raiders. We did not beat the Raiders. I don't want to say I got my hopes up with a 1-0 start, but I kind of did. That's a bit of a shame. All right, we do have the extra staff points now for another training slot, though. Sound was terrible the first couple seasons of BC. Yeah, I had to... the sound would basically, like, half lag out. It was really weird. That's just... It's the way it works. Emulation's literally all trial and error until you get it to work properly. Unless you try to break the game, in which case emulation's a great way to break games. I don't need help in that department, though. Melvin. Gonna make you like the highest paid wide receiver of all time. I have to wait until his deal is signed before I start signing other people. We're getting to the point now where I might not be able to keep the same amount of depth or the same quality of depth because of these star contracts. The team has to step up. My sound's bugging out like crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Literally, it could just be the caliber of your PC, could be a setting. It's yeah. Yeah. The joys of emulation. Yeah, revamped is an interesting one. Let's try to negate the scrambling of one Patrick Mahomes. I feel like that's a hell of a lot easier than stopping him from getting 1,000 passing yards. Who is... Oh, you know who it is. The defensive tackle. Starting defensive tackle, because that's our weakest position. There we go. So those are the weakest players. Perfect. So far, our offense is ranked 29th. So maybe that new playbook that we applied last night isn't quite what we were hoping for. Let's see what we can do here. What do we look like stat-wise? 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Still 15 runs from Boss again. We don't need Gary running that much. It's a little bit tough to avoid a playbook where your quarterback takes off in the modern NFL. San Francisco, I guess it makes some sense. So, like, Kirk Cousins doesn't run a ton, right? So I'm pretty sure he doesn't. His tendency might be to scramble. That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to switch that Minnesota playbook. We'll just keep mixing and matching here. But yeah, it's a fair point. I should check that. I'm pretty sure, though, that he was set as a pocket passer. Like an outright pocket passer. Although he does have... Maybe that was Carroll I was thinking of, actually. Yeah, maybe that was Carroll. Boss. Pocket style quarterback. Ideal sense of pressure. He just has some mobility. So. Do you think there'll ever be an EA game that I don't break? Oh, hell no. Hell no. The day EA makes a game that I don't find easy to break, my job's done. I'm good. I'll just go play something else. That's part of the fun of it. All right, Mr. Simpson. Endo Mills has been drinking in Altex. What's going on? Let's see. Brian Osgood. Good. Brian Osgood. Yeah, that is most of the fun with EA games, man. It's just like, oh, cool. How can I break this one? Tiger. Does this make you better? And then Avery Dean. We just made enchiladas. What the hell does that have to do with you drinking? So I'm happy. Oh, I see. I mean, Maddens especially have been pretty easy to beat in the past. Would it be better to let Norton walk since he's 30? No. He's too good. I can't let go of him. And as long as he's an X factor, man, I can't let go of him. Like, yes, it could be done, as we just lost our 3rd game in a row. At the same time, as our center Brandon Morgan got hurt. At the same time, having a weapon like that on our team, especially if we can make the playoffs and get into watching the games, I'm trying not to sneeze. Excuse me. You know, if we get into those type of situations, he should be dominant. All right, we are struggle bussing this season. Gary, we can only go as far as you take us. You are the guy. Even over Larry Carroll, Superstar Dev, you're the guy. And unfortunately, this season, it hasn't gone too well. Jesus Christ, Melvin, how much money are you going to hold me up for here, buddy? Whew. How much? You are putting us into a very interesting spot. Enchilada slap. That's fair. That's fair. Again, I still can't get over how, and again, say what you will. You can get good food anywhere. But I seriously can't get over the fact that some of the best, if not the best, Mexican food I've ever had in my life I had in Finland. Still blows my mind. Blows my mind, man. Goodness. We can auto-upgrade these two guys. They're just depth projects. Week 5 Patriots. If we lose this game and fall to 1-4, you start to rule out our chances of doing anything this season, even though we're an 83 overall. We do beat the Patriots. The best Chinese food I've ever had was in Mexico. Coincidentally, the best Chinese food I've ever had was also in Helsinki. Oh, God, they had... I mean, it's a big city. Anywhere on Earth in a big city, there's going to be damn good food. All right, Melvin. We just gave you a crap load of money. A crap load of money. Just eat everything in Finland. I did. I bankrupted them from a food perspective. People in Maine, so it makes sense. Like, don't sit here and try to claim that Maine doesn't have good food. Don't you try. Because that's not true. Most of it's... a good amount of it comes from the sea, so I'm not a fan of it, but... Oh, goodness. How many other people are going to sign? A lot of these guys might not be around long term, but we are still going to sign them. Wilcox will not be one of those guys. It makes no sense to bring Raphael back. Again, he was our original project quarterback. He is a solid option, but given that we also have Larry Carroll, there's no reason for us to bring Wilcox back. So, and especially too, we got hurt in the preseason, so this is his final season here, unfortunately, as we are starting to see that cap space go. That is because I have been paying everybody and overpaying everybody this entire time. So, Manu Coda signed. What else do we got here? Malik Patton, you're pretty trash, but I'll still overspend for you. All right, we can leave it at that for the moment. The Chicago Bears, Week 6. If we get back to 500, could be in a good spot. The problem is the parity of the league right now seems to be pretty on point. Like it's close. It's close. J Squared, what's going on? How are you? Just squared. Every time. I hope you're doing well. Oh, man. It looked like our defense was doing terribly. So what if we switch up the parity of the league? You mean the Cardinals? I see what you did there. Let's change that defense. From a 4-3, give me a 3-4. Give me a 3-4. The disguise 3-4 isn't the worst. Give me 3-4, a 4-3, a 4-4. Chargers playbook isn't that bad. Give me a different 3-4. Doing good playing Pokemon Unite. I don't know what that is. I'll be completely honest. I have no idea what the hell that is. We could use that Sean Payton playbook. Oh, let's go for that Denver playbook. League of Legends. Oh, it's that one. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I heard about it. I never saw a damn thing about it, though, after I heard that it came out. So, fair enough. Then again, as per usual lately with anything Pokemon related, it's, oh, it's out. Oh, it's just kind of mid. And then you stop hearing about it. Except for the people, you know, the millions that stick with it. But, yeah. Pokemon's been weird for me. Like, I beat the, what was the most recent, like, remake that they came out with a couple of years ago? Before they're like, hey, it's Pokemon in fucking feudal Japan. The one before that one. I went back, I beat that whole thing. Brilliant Diamond, there you go. I beat that. And then the fucking Pokemon in Japan just didn't hook me. And then the most recent ones they put out last November fucking sucked. Oh, they were bad. Some of the worst games from a technical standpoint I've ever played. Scarlet and Violet? It might have been that one, actually. Yeah. You know what I mean. Make good Pokemon games, please. Jesus. They haven't done it too much lately. Elsewhere, what's going on? I still really enjoyed your stream of Sword. Yes, I enjoyed playing them. Like, I was so disappointed when that most recent Pokemon game sucked. Like, we were memeing the hell out of it. I had an entire... Shout out to Benson there. Player of the Week. I had an entire team of ducks. And the game sucked so badly. I'm just, all right, this meme isn't even worth it. So, yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with Pokemon games. One of these days, we are going to do a Nuzlocke on this channel. People have been asking me to do that for a long time. So, a long time. Thoughts on AEW adding the guns to Bullet Club Gold? Perfect spot for them. They get elevated being next to people like Jay White, and then they can also be the fall guys, so Jay White doesn't have to be. It is a perfect spot for them. Get a little bit more experience in the meantime. Oh, never mind. It was our offense that sucked ass. Well, should we switch out of the air raid is the question. Sorry, NFL Blitz 24 ROM just dropped. NFL Blitz 24. Elaborate? People keep bringing up stuff, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Am I in a coma? If you're doing Nuzlocke, you should play Sword or Shield. I mean, that, or we could even go... Honestly, Sword and Shield's nice because of the whole shared XP. You know, don't get me wrong, the old school way of playing Pokemon and grinding like hell to upgrade your Mons is fun, but holy shit, is it time-consuming. It is so time-consuming. So. Oh, man. Alright. What can we do against the Dabless Cowboys? Dabless Cowboys. Do I want to switch up the offense? I keep thinking that the air raid's the best way to get a breakout for Boss, but it hasn't happened yet. It just flat out hasn't happened. Pistol wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, although it doesn't fit the team at all. It's a hack update of modern rosters with N64 Blitz. Ooh, that sounds fun. Actually, does sound really fun. Best Nuzlocke moment I've seen live is when Huck lost his Charmander in one of his fights after. Imagine losing your starter after the first gym. That is, that's rough. That is rough. West Coast zone run might not be too bad for us. Vertical zone run could also be decent. There's a lot of different ways we could go about this. 65 for the West Coast spread. Oh, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? The offense isn't quite clicking. Let's go with the West Coast zone run. I would say it is our best way to go. So if we go with a run-heavy playbook, honestly, Tennessee comes to mind. You just think of Derrick Henry. Let's try that. Did I watch college football at all tonight? I saw the fourth quarter of Texas and Bama. And college football isn't a huge thing for me, but when it's like, oh shit, Texas is going to pull off this upset, and they did. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll check it out. Madden lets you do more than just one playbook. Like how NCAA allows the run pass ratio. It doesn't have that exact system. No. Win. All right, from 1-0 to 1-3, and now 4-3 on the season for your Lumberjacks. Not bad. I know it happened twice on the same show. We were talking about that a little bit before you got here. Happened twice on the same show. Yep. Happened once on the pre-show, and then it happened again on the main card. So, you know. Great company to support. There we go. There, we got every percent. Talked about Reeves pulling to Michigan. Had me really wish someone pulled to Michigan with Char. Well, don't worry. Don't worry. They love their 99 Zdeno Chara and Hut, so don't worry about it. All right, let's see. Okay, one of our O linemen got hurt because it has this dude in there. That's not somebody that we are typically worried about. Fullback Locklear is not as important. No, it just took Tevin Cooks out of there. Love when the game does what it wants. Our offense went up and our defense is now 9th, so maybe we have a better setup here. Pretty sure. Mask has been off with the UFC for a while. What do you mean? It's not like they welcome a... It's not like they welcome a multiple times indicted person to visit front row all the time. Oh, man. Shout out to, what was it, Iowa State, by the way? Fucking hilarious. All right, let's see. So the ratings regression. Reveal hidden developments. Reset the talent tree. I'm not too worried about that. Coordinator talents cost less. That is something we're going to want to invest in long term. So that's our next step. Beautiful. All right, week 8 against the Raiders. Although we do have the upgrades here really quickly, but so far we're making pretty good progress through this season because we don't have any breakout moments. I mean, I won't complain if the next bit of gameplay that we see is in the playoffs. I won't complain at all. Let's see, Monty Widmer. The Widma. What else do we got here? Khalil Chamberlain on the O-line. Give him a little bit more agile. He's turned into one of our best O-linemen. And then Cam Betts, who I'm sure is taking a pretty big hit in terms of his development because of the younger wideouts that we keep getting. But maybe not even his development, just his playtime, though. All right, the Raiders. Can we get the win? Can we stay above 500? No, we can't. We have had a pretty terrible record against division opponents this season. The UDFA boys won? No. We've had some rare examples of individual hardware, but aside from that, we have still not made the playoffs here in 2033. But we do have a team that's good enough to do it. Now it's just, can they do it? That is what we are going to find out tonight in this season. Max Crosby is the Jack's Aaron Donald. It's sad but true. We cannot escape the top-notch defensive lineman of the league. Shout out to Zach Scott. Up to an 86 overall now. Larry Carroll still is probably our best overall quarterback, but just never got that breakout up to superstar. Let's see, Bobby Walters. Like Alex Albon. Scott looks like he's 50 years. He's a grizzled man. All right, Mr. Locklear, our superstar fullback, gets an ability slot. All right. Got to reach for it. That's actually an amazing ability for a fullback to have. That helps on fullback dives a lot, as you would imagine. So that is fantastic. What do we got for the white man? It's up to a 75. Can't even look me in the eye. Shame. Juan Bost, who, again, was another one of those new superstar tackles that cannot pass block. It's probably our biggest issue right now. And Richard Simpson. It's 70 overall. Again, he was the X Factor. We'll see if it assigns him an X Factor now. And it does not. Unlocks at 70 overall deep. We're going to wait until... I'm going to wait and see if it assigns him one. And if it doesn't, we'll spin a wheel and see which one it ends up with. Taker, what's going on? How are you tonight? I hope you're good. Can we beat the Cincinnati Bengals? No. The up and down nature of this team for this season continues. We're now 4-5. Oh, goodness. We have no consistency whatsoever. Not ideal. We'll go for the morale boost for our bye week, as we pretty much always do. It's beautiful. I'm doing good, man. No complaints. No complaints. Tired, but that's probably because the weather here has been nuts lately. Because, you know, what was August is now September in terms of weather. So, you know, October will feel like September, and that means we have snow in the state until May. But global warming is not real. Remember that. Fucking idiots. Anyway, sorry, I had the conversation with somebody earlier where it's like, yeah, no, it's over 80 degrees here, and we're getting ridiculous thunderstorms in September. It's fine. It's normal. The Earth goes in cycles. God, I hate it here. I hate it here. All right, Tevin Glover. The only half-decent tight end we've had in this series. I don't know what the hell's up with that. UDFA has not been kind to the tight end position. Let's get through the bye week here. Again, at 4-5, it was 110 here this week. I don't even know where the hell you are, but odds are that's probably too damn hot. I'm going to guess that's too fucking hot. Let's check that weekly strat again. Lamar Jackson, still the man in Baltimore. Which means this is not going to be looking too good for us. North of Toronto. Fuck's sake. That's perfectly normal. That's fine. You know what they say about Canada? Everyone comes here because it's warm. Pretty sure that's the old saying. God, almost actually died. I mean, I imagine some people might have. Wow, this guy is like exclusively an elusive back. There's no point in training him up in anything else. Fair enough, Tremaine. Fair enough. All right, we lose this game. Playoff hopes really start to look slim. Boys, you got to win here. You're an 84 overall team. You're not the underdogs anymore. We lost. I was really hoping this would be the season. Our offense is second last in the league. Is it a matter of the quarterback? Is it a matter of the O-line that we're still trying to train up? I'm not sure, but for this team to have the second worst offense in the league is inexcusable. We've gone with a pass-heavy offense. We've gone with a run-heavy offense. I do not know what the answer is here. We try the run and shoot for the hell of it. But our offense should not be this bad. Just looking over the playbooks here and what we might want to go with, but again, we shouldn't be this bad. Try that New England playbook. We should not be as bad as we are. I am going to check our overall team numbers here in a second. Shout out to Simpson. Continuing to get better. And the better he gets, the faster he gets better as well. The better for us. Mr. Osgood gets better. Man, we really shouldn't be this bad. Tiger closing in on that 80 overall. His morale is in the toilet. I found a Gerald Fitzgerald. We stan a Jerry Fitzgerald around here. We do. Oops, it's not the one I meant to improve, but that's all right. Bryce is our 5th string wide out at this stage. So, all right, what do we have then for these team numbers? Why is our offense this bad? Our yardage sucks. 2nd worst offense in terms of yardage in the league. Bottom 4 in the passing game. It's just our passing game's not there. Bottom 10 in terms of points per game. Bottom 10 in terms of passing touchdowns. Our passing game's just not there. It's the worst combination of food you've ever heard of. About 10 years ago, Don Cherry explained how he liked day-old salmon sandwiches. Because he's an old man. That was enough for me. Are all the wide receivers at least superstar? Yeah, they are. They are. Oh! How long has Wilcox been playing? A while. And he's been better than Boss, but, you know, I was going to check. Dave, what's going on, by the way? I was going to check when he came back from injury to make sure it didn't mess with the depth chart. I didn't. And Wilcox had been playing for a decent portion of this season. Oh, goodness. That might explain some things because we haven't necessarily been running strategies that would benefit him. We are now also missing Cam Betts due to injury. So we got EA'd. Yeah, pretty much. Especially because there is a setting to say, do not mess with my depth chart. And it still does. We're going to run Kyle Kinney over Juan Bost at this point. Not going to worry about the development. We're going to try to get the best players for the job in those spots. Is Cooks hurt? Yep. Right tackles Spain over Roach. Why give you options that actually matter? We do still want Osgood to be our starting DT. Let's have Mitchell as that middle linebacker. All right. Everything else is looking okay, but that might explain as well the lack of a breakout for Boss, having not played the last couple of games. We play the Chiefs. Son of a bitch. Oh, that's rough. We lose anyway and pick up another injury. Down to 4-7 on the season, and Richard Simpson is going to miss the next game with a ruptured disc. So that might hurt his Rookie of the Year chances. If he was even up there. Obviously, I haven't looked. And the glitch is still in where we lose that focus player spot. Cool. Oh, and also, it took Tremaine Blair. Oh, that's right, because the other guy got hurt. Okay, this is not going well. This is not going well. Again, a lot of our core is now 30 or older. This is a little bit scary. This is a little bit scary. To have this bad of a season, it could be indicative of we're going to miss our window to actually accomplish something with this team. And pretty much if you miss the window with that main core, you might as well start over. We are going to be in control of the upgrades here. Lethal, what's going on? But yeah, that depth chart thing kind of sucks because, I mean, clearly Boss hasn't played for a couple of games. As the starter, we'll never know if he would have been able to earn that upgrade, if the team would be better. That's just rough, man. Avery Dean, at least a well-rounded second choice running back, but the Jack started turning the corner. Yes, but no. We are a better team, but we're not as good as we should be. And the clock is ticking. Shout out to Matt Short, our OG captain. 30 years old now. He's been in the league for 9 years. We have to win with him. And those that join this team around him. Can we beat Washington to try to save our season? If we fall to 5-8, or 4-8, which we did not, we do get the win. We really would have been screwed. There's another injury. And it's Zach Scott out for 2 weeks. And we're also going to be missing 2 linemen. This has been another problem over the last couple of seasons. The injuries have been ruthless, relentless. I cannot handle Fat Joe right now. I can't do it. I can't do it. Abdul Gerard, let's upgrade you here. At least he's up to... That should be a legitimate 85 now. If not, technically better. Oh, okay, his next slot isn't until 95. Well, he's never hitting a 95, so we're not going to worry about that. Right. I can't really envision us making the playoffs. For obvious reasons. This isn't good. I was really hoping this would be the injury slider's at like a 5. So we just have god-awful luck. Let's reorganize the depth chart one more time. Just to make sure everything's good to go. Betts is back from injury, which is good. I can't really worry about the player development at this point. Like, Tiger can be third. Simpson's going to be the slot receiver, but outside of that, we have to have... Apparently, Matt Roach would be a 76 rated tight end. Figure that one out. Christ, he's a backup, probably because of the blocking, but yeah, he's a backup lineman for us right now. His catching is a 38. So, I got a dev up in training camp, first try today. Hey! Shut up. I'm happy for you, but at the same time... Why do you tell me these things? I thought we were friends. Instead, here you are trying to ruin my day. What, am I supposed to be happy for you? Ew. Slot receiver needs to be Simpin. There we go. We are Toogie, we sure are. We are one. We are. The eye-packed trout of Madden. No shit. That's still never happened. I haven't played MLB much over the last 2 months, but... can we beat the New York Footballmen? We fall to 5-8. Our season's pretty much done, so... We fell to 5-8. And have another injury! And it's Matt Short for the next 3 weeks. Jesus Christ! GG's, huh? That's it for this season. That is it for this season. Oh, man. Well, given that that's it for this season, we might as well make sure the youngest guys who can develop are getting the primary playing time to try and get breakouts. Yeah, 5-8, we're not going to be able to recover to be a playoff team. So Stephen Morgan, obviously a really good player for us. But we're going to make you the third string. And then at wideout, Simpson's going to be our #1 target. Tiger behind him. then Norton, Betts, and Conley. Probably have Melvin as the slot receiver. He goes there by default. Let's get Rudd as the starting tight end. Although, to be honest, he's not going to get that much better. It doesn't really matter there. On the O-line, let's get Juan Bost back in there. Left guard, that's about even. At center, that's about even. Let's get Tevin Cooks back in. DeAndre Hood's already playing, so that's fine. I mean, technically, someone like Shelby might be better, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Guess we'll get Jaquan Mitchell in there. Nope, he's already starting because of the injury to Short. Never mind, Mr. Shelby, congratulations. There you are. Enjoy your spot. Get Osgood in there, but yeah, this season is over. As much as I hate to say it. We're cooked. At 5-8, it's just not going to happen. Maybe next season will be the season that we take that step forward, but again, you're not quite holding your breath at this stage after a pretty disappointing year for a couple of different reasons. The change in the depth chart for no reason whatsoever, all the other things. So, but yeah, I'm not even going to worry about the upgrades. We'll just do one big batch at the end of the season. Let's finish it up. 5-9, another loss. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Gary Boss misses out on some playing time. He's 24. I don't know if that guy's ever going X Factor, or if we're ever winning with him. Save up the staff points. Let's get it done. Cleveland next. They're 7-7. We do get our 6th win of the season, which isn't bad. Our goal was 7, so the extra staff points would be nice. So, Leroy, what's going on, man? We'll be switching over, perhaps sooner rather than later, given how bad this season's been. Like, I haven't even been able to jump in for a breakout moment this year, and there's only 2 games left, so there might be more NBA on the agenda tonight than I initially planned. But, yeah, NBA's in an interesting spot, too, but we'll get to those details later. All right. Well, can we get that 7th win of the season? We got Denver and Philadelphia to round out the year. We lose to Denver. If this doesn't work out, am I intending to start another one or something else in Madden? Once this is done, I'm going to take a bit of a break from Madden. We'll focus heavily more on NBA. And then FIFA comes out, NHL comes out. We always bounce between the games. So, but we often do come back to Madden or NCAA. You know, there's typically a couple of football series per year. Can we check Tim's career record? We can. We can. Let's get that batch of player upgrades done here. Just auto upgrade everybody. That's fine. Harold Spain on the O-line gets tear-proof. Go to defend against the rip pass rush move as if they had an additional resist. That's a very good ability. Damn. Honestly, Harold Spain's a pretty damn good lineman for us. But yeah, the career record for old Tim, it's not going to be too hot. Not at all. I could check it easier at the end of the season, so let's just sim this game against Philly. Please get the win. Please get the win. We did. So we do hit 7 wins. That got us extra upgrades. That's good. Or at least extra staff points. But this was a disastrous season. There's no other way to put it.